How's it going, guys? Okay, we have a great recipe for an egg scramble today. Using really fresh ingredients such as tomatoes, jalapeños, onions, and cilantro. This will taste amazing, trust me. Have about 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil heating up in a pan. I put the setting around 5, so that's kind of like a medium heat. It is important to have a hot pan for this recipe, so make sure that when you start cooking that your pan is nice and hot. Taking half an onion, I am dicing that up, as well as 1 jalapeno. Go ahead and use more if you like your food really spicy. I typically do, but for this video I am just going to be reducing the heat a little bit, and even to reduce it a bit more, I will be removing the seeds of 1/2 of the jalapeno. If you enjoy eating really spicy food, add more jalapenos and keep the seeds and enjoy it the way that you like. Go ahead and dice that as well, just like how you did with your half onion, and we will be adding this to the pan. Okay, so with your hot pan, go ahead and add both the onion and jalapeno. Okay, so the first seasoning that I'm going to be adding is Morton's Nature Seasoning. This has onion powder and garlic powder in it. I'm adding about 1 teaspoon. This also does have salt. So I'm also going to be adding 1 teaspoon of seasoned salt. So basically you're adding seasoning that has a high salt content. That is why I'm not going to be adding regular salt or pepper, because the Morton's seasoning does have black pepper in it. It is up to you of what you would like to add, but in this recipe, those are the 2 seasonings I'm adding. So I am going to be dicing some fresh tomato. I am taking out the middle part because that does tend to kind of be a little bit more firm and a harder texture, so I just like to take that part out. So here I have about 1/2 cup, and I'm just going to quickly check on my onion and jalapeno mixture. At this point it should be cooking really nicely. Dice up some cilantro, maybe 1/2 cup, and add it to the onion and jalapeno mixture. The cilantro and tomato can be added towards the end for more of a fresher taste, depending on how you like it. Here I am going to be adding it to the jalapeno and onion mixture that does have the seasonings, so that way the tomato and cilantro also gets covered with the seasoning. We added enough seasoning so that all of these vegetables will be nicely coated and that there's enough seasoning for all of them. If you choose to add more vegetables, just add more seasoning. I'm going to be increasing the heat just a little bit more. Alright, so just let this cook about 5 minutes. Make sure you are watching it so it doesn't get burnt. But in another bowl, go ahead and start with 4 to 5 eggs, depending on how much you would like to make. Whisk it and add it after the 5 minutes are done. Make sure that you are checking on it so that nothing is getting burned. Just quickly wanted to show you, I still have not changed the heat. With high heat, the eggs will be cooked a little faster, but if you want to reduce the heat, go for it. That's totally fine. Just make sure that you are aware of your cooking time. So I'm not really touching the middle of the egg scramble right now, just the outer edge. Since this is being cooked on high heat, the bottom is going to cook really fast, and those vegetables underneath are going to cook very fast. Keep checking the edge of your egg and making sure that that's also not going to get burned. If you cook it on low heat, you probably won't have to worry about this, but for this recipe, we want the vegetables to kind of be a little bit roasted. So when you're able to kind of use your spatula to lift underneath the egg, go ahead and start flipping it. You will see it being a little bit darker underneath. That just means that the vegetables are nice and toasted. Keep watching your food, make sure that nothing does get burnt, but it is okay for it to be a little roasted. Continue cooking the eggs just like you would for normal scrambled eggs, or until your eggs are cooked thoroughly. I prefer mine well done. I know some people do like their semi-cooked, maybe not so raw, but a little bit more softer. It totally depends on your style and how you prefer your scrambled eggs. And because we added such fresh ingredients, this is gonna taste amazing, you guys. I'm telling you, when you use fresh ingredients, it really takes your cooking up to a whole nother level. For the amount of vegetables and the amount of eggs that are in this recipe, the amount of seasoning that we use is enough. Go ahead and add what you would like, but don't feel like this is not going to taste salty enough, or if there's going to be less salt. Trust me, we used a good amount. As long as you do use the seasonings that I showed you or similar seasonings, your scramble will have a lot of flavor. So I have some potatoes, guacamole, tortilla. This is how I like to eat my scramble. You can eat it plain, eat it how you'd like, but I just wanted to show you how it looks when I am about to eat it. I'm so excited. Thank you for watching. Enjoy!